Is online therapy effective? So,
Well, I have to say I was a skeptic at first, and David had to challenge my thinking to allow me to open up to the possibility that, maybe it could be. And there's lots of actual studies and documentation that indicate it's just as effective as in-person counseling.
mhm,
And in a time when people are not feeling safe around each other or out in the community, it's actually more effective in some instances.
yeah,
Um, what I found in my work with people and my getting used to it, is that it's actually pretty easy to get used to. Also, it is because all the work, it happens in the connection between counselor and client, and you can make that connection very effectively online.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's certainly been my experience. I mean,
yeah.
Deborah said she's pretty new. You had not done any kind of video visits prior,
No, no, I hadn't.
and I've been doing it since 2008. Um, and one of the things that I have found, well, two facts that I always think about. Um, a lot of times, my older clients adapted to it much better.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's because they were, I don't think younger people appreciate their hourly time the way older people do, because older people have places to be and things to do. And you don't have to, you well, you don't even have to. I guess you can get dressed from the waist up.
Yes.
I mean, I have seen clients in house coats. I have seen clients in pajamas. I mean, yeah, I mean, but I've also seen clients, dressed in business attire. So there's a
Yep.
wide range there. But you don't have to dress up. You don't have to leave your house, and you don't have to get a parking spot.
Nope.
Um,
But you can go to your car if you need privacy. I see people in their cars all the time.
very true.
Or one guy was in some heavy piece of machinery at work. He's a longshoreman, and so he was like in this piece of machinery with things rumbling by him, but it was
Yeah,
private enough space that we were able to meet. You can do it any way that it works for you, that you have, some privacy.
yeah,
And
that,
as you say, with the a lot of people aren't feeling particularly safe leaving their home, even now when we're being told we can start doing it. And so this is really effective for people who don't want to get up and leave the house. It gives them an option to talk to somebody and still feel as safe as possible.
yeah, right. I agree completely. The other thing that I've discovered is that I learn things about my clients. I mean, this may not make everybody feel comfortable, but I mean, I learn things about my clients and have a better picture about the issues that they're facing by seeing them in their home quite frequently.
Really?
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm a man who actually started, I mean, my longest online client. So I've moved all over the world, and I would see, let's call this guy John. I would see John. I mean, he's in New York. I started seeing him in New York. Then I went to the West Coast and was living on the West Coast and practicing there, and I continued to see him. And then I came back, and then I went back again. And I've actually seen him from Europe as well.
Wow.
Um, and so many years, and very professional guy. And you would never know that sometimes his house would get really out of control,
Yeah.
and I could tell a lot about what was going on in his life
Interesting.
from that. And I would ask him questions about it. I could see the mail stacking up. That was an indicator that something was going on. Was there was a stack of mail over his right
Yes.
shoulder, and sometimes the counter would be clean, and sometimes it would be too deep in these
Well,
too, stacks. And so I realized pretty soon, and I was just talking to another one of the counselors in our group yesterday about this issue, and she said that she feels like she knows her folks better. That, quite frequently they will take her on a tour of the house.
Ah, nice.
And she's met pets, she's seen children. I mean,
Hmm.
so she's got a much fuller, like, kind of picture of these people's lives.
Yeah, that's great. Yep.
I think it enhances the therapeutic process.